I'm so sorry. His whole life. I'm recommending you take a leave for 21 days. Spend some quality time with that sweet baby Sia. Talk to someone. The department will launch the requisite inquiry, but as far as I can tell, I doubt we will find anything you could have done to prevent the death of Nigel Sutton.
I'm gonna need to keep you on Reddington detail a bit longer.
I figured.
You don't necessarily have to go through every door he goes through, but you do have to be there when he comes out. For what it's worth, he seems to have a genuine respect for you. It feels protective, almost.
Can't say I felt especially protected in Edinburgh.
Well, like I said, your safety comes first. Just do what you can to keep eyes on him.
I will. Give my best to the team.
Who are you, Mrs. Kathleen Sutton? What on earth do you have to do with me?
America's Got Talent premieres Tuesday, May 30th on NBC.
I have achieved what every criminal dreams of, but this isn't over yet.
Let's celebrate.
It has to start with a great voice.
Blake's farewell finale with 23 seasons of Friends, including one he couldn't do his last show without.
I love you. I love you too.
The Voice Live finale, Monday and Tuesday on NBC.
Live on NBC 12. This is Newswatch 12 at 10.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mohammed Abdul Kawi. Saturday was filled with action all across the Northwoods, from Hodag Heritage Festival and the BMX Open House right here in Rhinelander to a World Championship further west in Wisconsin. Newswatch 12's Michael Lodholz takes us along Flambeau River, home of the 42nd annual Oxbow Resort Tick Race.
The Flambeau River is absolutely gorgeous, especially this time of year. Another thing happening on it is Oxbow Resort hosting the 42nd annual Tick Races.
This is like the Flambeau Field. Wood tick races. It doesn't get any better than this, right?
The Kentucky Derby of the Northwoods was back at it again with a record turnout.
They think I'm nuts. And once they look it up, it's a true thing. It's actually a tick race. We all have fun. And it's, I believe in my heart, it's just another reason for Wisconsinites to drink beer.
You can see it online, but you don't really understand it until you're here. It's such a great atmosphere.
Wood tick races? Come on. Who does that?
Folks from far and wide made their way to the racetrack, from dive bar enthusiasts and small business supporters all the way to longtime attendees. It truly was a family affair.
I got my son and my daughter-in-law with me, and they're racing their ticks, having a great time. I think they're addicted. The next generation.
Wandering Wisconsin founder Tina Duplay was eager to share all she learned about the high-intensity sport of tick racing.
There's a red circle, and you put them in a center circle, which is yellow. And then they go from there. There's 2 ticks that race, and you have to try to get to the outer circle. And then whoever does wins, and the other one gets smashed.
Over 160 ticks were smashed this year. That's up from an impressive 120 last year in 2022. The tick races are a must-see, an experience Paul Besseler is happy to share with his kids.
My mom and dad used to come here. I'm here. And now my kids love coming here.
The tight bonds of family and friendship keep the races running, especially when it came to the final 2 ticks. The grand showdown pitting husband against wife as their ticks dueled for the winning inch. The last tick standing was named Tilly, and Jill Ladwin got that winning mallet trophy.
It's like a big community. It feels like family. Everybody's having a good time. There's lots of laughter going on. Everybody's smiling. It's a very positive experience.
With the 2023 championship all wrapped up, folks are already gearing up for next season.
Don't miss it. Rain, sleet, or snow, we'll be here.
From Oxbow, Michael Lodholz, Newswatch 12.
Thanks for that, Michael. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weldon out joined us. Jeff, beautiful day, but not so great for the Ticks, right?
I love everything about that package Michael put together there. You saw the shots outside. Lots of sunshine today. Temperatures near 80, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Let's go outside now and check on the high temperatures from today. 77 here in Rhinelander. There were a couple 80s across western Wisconsin, but overall, temperatures well above the averages today, and we'll do it again tomorrow. And for Tuesday before, some changes get in here on Wednesday. Right now, though, it's cooler. 63 in Rhinelander, 56 for Tomahawk. Notice that the lake breeze kicked in, and Superior is now at 40 with that northeast wind off the lake. But overall, most of us are well above average temperatures tonight. There are a couple clouds out there, and maybe a quick sprinkle. Most of us will stay dry. We are in a dry stretch, and probably until Tuesday night, we get a couple rain showers around. Other than that, though, high pressure is built in. High pressure is sinking air. You can't get bad weather out of that, and we are in a good stretch now of weather into and probably through midweek. Our forecast then tonight, though, we're talking about partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy skies. The low temperatures down near 46. Your full forecast is coming up. Mohammed.
Thanks, Jeff. The Nicolet Players host 2 shows per year. This weekend, they held their first one, Steel Magnolias. This play is about a group of 6 women in a small-town southern community that works at a local salon. Dozens of people showed up to Nicolet College this weekend to see the play in action. Bobby Kisomo was one of the actors in the play. She said the audience was amazed by the performance this weekend.
It's pretty amazing. You know, we feel like in the back of our minds we're struggling, and the audience doesn't see that at all. And so for them to say it was a great show, give us a standing ovation, was very rewarding.
Bobby says her and her other actors had 8 weeks of auditions to get to this point. She believes it's an honor to show what she can do right here in Rhinelander.
Oh, it's just an amazing blessing to have this up in the North Woods where people don't have to travel even to Wausau or to Appleton and Milwaukee in these bigger theaters. This is a gorgeous facility, and it's a blessing to have it in the area.
The play will continue this Thursday to Saturday at 7:30 p.m. at the Lakeside Center at Nicolet College and 2 p.m. on Sunday. For more information, you can visit our website, wjfw.com. Yesterday in Rhinelander, the Hodag Heritage Festival took place. This event has been going on for the past 3 years, which focuses on the community of Rhinelander and, of course, the Hodag. Pioneer Park had a lot of different activities throughout the day and even attracting people from different states to the area. Amanda Anderson lived in Rhinelander for the past 3 years. He says the Hodag is a pretty big deal.
It's crazy. I'm from a bigger town in California originally, so I thought moving here, I didn't know I'd be moving to like the Hodag country where we're like the best mascot in the U.S. and land of the cryptids.
Organizers hope the event will continue to grow even bigger in the future. This week, the Eagle River Farmers Market will be open to the public for the season. It features dozens of local vendors that produce and sell items like veggies and even baked goods. The Farmers Market will be open starting Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. and on Sunday, May 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It will run every week until October. U.S. air travel hit a new pandemic-era record on Friday. The Transportation Security Administration says it screened more than 2.6 million people at airports nationwide. That number represents a 10% increase over the same day last year and tops the previous pandemic mark of last year's Sunday after Thanksgiving. The record also sets the stage for what is expected to be a busy Memorial Day weekend travel period. AAA predicts air travel will be 11% higher than the same weekend in 2019. United and American Airlines expect to serve 2.9 million passengers during the holiday weekend. Americans' thirst to fly again comes as airlines say they will be ready to handle the crush of flyers through the summer. As the summer of travel season approaches, Wisconsin State Patrol joins law enforcement agencies across the nation to encourage seatbelt use on every trip in a vehicle. The annual Click It or Ticket campaign begins tomorrow and runs through June 5th. Law enforcement agency will step up enforcement and for drivers, and passengers who are not wearing their seatbelts. Buckling up is one of the quickest and easiest steps you can take to survive a crash. Unbelted drivers and passengers make up half of those who are involved in the deadly crashes in Wisconsin. Anything can happen at any given moment, which is why it's important to do training simulations. Yesterday, the Arbor Vitae Fire Department was out training on Muskie Mountain, preparing their tech rescue team for low-angle rescues. I went to their training session to learn more.
We'll go ahead and say tension the main line, and that's going to all be done with the Hall system.
Safety is of the utmost importance. No different than anything else we train for.
On Saturday, members of the Arbor Vitae Fire Department took a trip to Muskie Mountain in Woodruff for a rope training session. Because of the elevation, it allows the training to be more realistic.
It's a 40-hour course that we're providing to our people to get us into some technical rescue skills to address some issues that we've had in the past.
Issues like a car driving off the side of a road. Mike Sippen says the rope systems is a game changer.
It makes it pretty difficult to try to, for 4 to 6 firefighters or rescuers to carry a patient up in a basket. So we're using rope systems to, 1, get us down safely, and then 2, another type of a system to help pull the patient and the rescuers back up to the top.
Junior Cadet Lexi Morgan was one of the many firefighters at the training session. She's making sure she is learning as much as possible.
I can help grab stuff if they need anything. I'll know what the equipment that they're using, and I can grab their equipment if needed. And so it's really great to know what they're doing and how they're doing it.
There's still a lot for Lexi to learn, but she believes that learning important skills like these will pay off when the time comes.
It's a great experience, and even for young people, it's like me, it's great. Even though you might not be able to do it now, you'll be able to do it in the future, and it's great. I love it. It's very fun.
Coming up after the break, President Joe Biden announced a new $375 million package of military aid to Ukraine today. How will this help strengthen Ukraine's defense? That and more after weather when we come back.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale and get the best for free. Through Saturday, get free installation on our best-selling carpet, free estimates, and interest-free financing. That's right. Free carpet installation, free estimates, and interest-free financing. Only at Carpet City Flooring Center. Come see why contractors and designers choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs. And get the best for free.
Carpet City, our prices will floor you.
Do you feel uneasy, irritable? Does your internet bill make you anxious? You may be suffering from UPH, unexpected price hikes. It happened to me. And then I switched to T-Mobile and got 5G home internet for just $50 a month. Now I'm sleeping better, my skin is glowing, and my hair has never been so shiny. Most importantly, T-Mobile has price lock guarantee. They will never raise your internet rate, ever. Switch to T-Mobile home internet. It worked for me. And just look at that shine. Wait, what has the internet got to do with my hair?
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease an F-150 STX for $419 a month for 36 months, plus get $1,000 trade assist cash only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Martial arts is my passion.
I work out whenever I can.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it can be tough.
My skin was so uncomfortable.
The itching was so bad.
Now I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
There you are, a couple of 80s on the map today. We'll do it again tomorrow and probably for Tuesday, followed by some big changes getting in here on Wednesday, slightly cooler then, before a nice rebound for the holiday weekend, which of course is next weekend. The average high is 69, the average low being 43, the record high 87 back in 1921, and the sunset earlier, a gorgeous sunset, by the way, at 8:29. All right, so here we are, temperature-wise across the area right now. We're looking at 50s and 60s out there at this late hour. That's not normal. These will be slow to drop off tonight. There are some cloud cover out there. Acts like a blanket in the atmosphere. That will keep temperatures up a bit tonight, but we are not getting the lake breeze, which has temperatures in the 40s right now in Superior. They can have it. For us, though, we'll pretty much have lows in the 40s to low 50s tonight. And there is still some heat building across the Midwest. Of course, here we are at 10 o'clock. Temperatures still some 70s out there. That is the air moving our way for tomorrow and for Tuesday before we get a cold front in here on Wednesday. All right, on paper, that looks like this. So 75 tomorrow. I went with 79 on Tuesday. Many of us could do 80, 81, 82 with a strong south wind on Tuesday, followed by a cold front Tuesday night. That is our best chance and only chance for a few rain showers in here late Tuesday into early parts of Wednesday. A bit cooler, of course, Wednesday, then right back up again for the weekend. Friday and Saturday back up near 80 once again. Okay, so out there today, lots of clear skies early, followed by some cloud cover throughout the afternoon. There were a couple of sprinkles aloft. No reports here at the surface at all, and that'll be the case for us tonight, too. Most of us will stay dry. The bigger picture, though, shows high pressure has built in for the Great Lakes, for the Midwest, for much of the South, and that's going to keep us pretty dry around here for the week, except for a couple light showers around here late Tuesday into Wednesday. All right, walking you through it. So tonight, no worries at all. A couple cloudy areas out there tonight. Not a big deal, right? For tomorrow, same story. Lots of sunshine throughout the area tomorrow, giving temperatures a boost with a southeast breeze with high temperatures back up in the 70s. Our forecast ends tonight, though, with scattered clouds out there. If you're along the UP border, there could be a sprinkle. Most of us will stay dry. Look for low temperatures down near 46 and a calm wind after midnight. For tomorrow, all right, here we go. It's Monday, mostly sunny, a bit hazy. There's still some smoke in the air. It's all aloft currently. No air quality problems out there with high temperatures near 75 and a west-northwest breeze tomorrow around 5 to 10 throughout the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows a nice stretch of weather, right? So 75 tomorrow. Look at Tuesday, 79. Many of us will do 80 on Tuesday. Wednesday, 65. Thursday, 71. Notice how there's no rain in the forecast for us anytime soon. There could be some rain, though, late Tuesday into Wednesday as a cold front comes through and drops our temperatures, high temperatures, into the 60s on Wednesday. Mohammed?
Several people were injured during the shooting in a Kentucky neighborhood Saturday night. The incident occurred in Louisville shortly before 11 p.m. Police responded to the Portland neighborhood and found 4 victims suffering from gunshot wounds. They were all transported to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. So far, no one has been arrested, and a motive for the shooting is unclear. The shooting is under investigation. Teenagers and local leaders came together in Albuquerque, New Mexico on Saturday to rally against gun violence. Many West Mesa High School students participated in the march to share ideas and demand safety in their classrooms. The student-led group marched around the school campus and down the street where 16-year-old Andrew Burson was shot and killed in 2022. Burson's father was in attendance for the event. Student leaders say it was empowering to use their voices to bring awareness about their concerns. Republican presidential hopefuls are voicing their support for Daniel Penny. Penny is the white Marine veteran who was seen on a video pinning an upset black subway passenger in a fatal chokehold in New York City. He has been charged with manslaughter. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is urging the nation to show Penny that America's got his back. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley is calling for New York Governor to pardon Penny. Neely's death has sparked protests in the city. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and President Biden met in Japan today at the G7 summit. President Biden pledged continued support for Ukraine as the war against Russia continues. He has also announced new military aid for Ukraine, saying the U.S. would provide ammunition and armored vehicles. Here's what they had to say.
The United States continues to do all we can to strengthen Ukraine's ability to defend itself, including launching some new joint efforts with our partners to train Ukrainian pilots on fourth-generation fighter aircraft like the F-16.
Well, we're thankful that is a new package. I really didn't know the details, but I know that you gave us very big package during this year. It's more than 37 billion. My appreciations. We never forget. Thank you.
Biden went on to say, quote, together with the entire G7, we will have Ukraine's back, and I will promise we are not going anywhere. Getting one degree often leaves students satisfied, but one 12-year-old college student is going above and beyond. When we come back, we'll share his amazing story.
Get out the s'mores recipe, because we've saved the best and biggest for last. Ho Chunk Gaming Wittenberg's Camper's Delight final giveaway is coming this Memorial Day weekend. Now is your chance to win travel trailer number 3, a new KZ Connect 241 RLK from King's Camper with room to sleep 5, including the king bed, plus an outdoor kitchen under the 18-foot awning and more. A new e-scooter and $2,000 in camp and cash, just in time for Memorial Day weekend. Camper's Delight with Ho Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. See the Rewards Club for details. Must be 21 or over to play.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Now get a new Explorer with 0% APR financing for 36 months plus $1,000 low APR cash. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Doug.
What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
So you only pay for what you need.
That's my boy. And you get out there and you make us proud, huh?
Bye, Uncle Emu.
Stay off the freeways. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Okay, everyone, our mission is complete balanced nutrition. Together, we provide nutrients to support immune, muscle, bone, and heart health.
Ensure with 25 vitamins and minerals. Enter the $10,000 Nourishing Moments giveaway.
Welcome back. One California 12-year-old is far from typical. He's set to become the youngest graduate at Fullerton College with not 1 but 5 degrees. Macy Jenkins had the details.
For these Civil Air Patrol cadets in Chino, it's all about learning the basics.
They get leadership out of this.
With a shared dream of becoming a pilot.
Yes, sir, man.
And for 12-year-old Clovis Hung,
I expected to get my license at 16.
It's next on his to-do list after he becomes the youngest person to graduate from Fullerton College on Saturday.
I'm going to graduate with 5 degrees, associate degree in history, associate degree in science, social science, science and mathematics, arts and human expressions, social behavior and self-development.
In 2019, Clovis left his second grade classroom bored and ready for a bigger challenge.
I wanted to be in college because I was really curious at a really young age.
That curiosity led him to enroll in Fullerton College in 2020.
They asked me questions like, how old are you and what are you doing here? So I'll just answer them. I'm 12 and I'm taking classes with you.
And he's done it all with mom Song Choi by his side.
He loves studying. Actually, studying is his hobby.
Her incredible baby boy fighting against the odds since the very beginning.
When he was born, he was very incredible because he was a premature baby and he was born at the 27th week, less than 2 pounds.
Choi, now beaming with pride, says she hasn't forgotten Clovis is still just a kid.
I'm not a tiger mom, no. Yeah, actually it's the opposite. Sometimes I just need to remind him to relax, take it easy.
Outside of the classroom, he's a Boy Scout and loves basketball, archery, and traveling, visiting 23 countries so far with his family.
I study a lot so that I could get a lot of things done before I play.
As part of Squadron 20, the studying continues.
Follows directions well. He's learning. He's trying to grow.
And Clovis says the #1 thing it takes to succeed is a healthy dose of self-motivation.
What I do is that I tell myself that I can do it. You can keep going. You did a very good job.
What an amazing story. We are now entering the postseason for track and field. When we come back, Serenity Douglas will be here to tell us all about the regional championship.
Welcome to Leisure City.
where relieving stress and bringing more fun into your life is what we're all about. You'll notice new faces around, but we're still delivering the same great service we have since 1985. Come see our full lineup of hot tubs in a variety of sizes and styles. We're sure to have that perfect fit for you and your family. Check out our full line of indoor-outdoor patio furniture. That's Leisure City, your backyard headquarters of the North.
Visit Ho Chunk Gaming Nakusa to experience exciting action on the hottest slot machines and electronic table games. With big fun, you get bigger rewards while playing with your Rewards Club card. Enjoy special gaming offers, food and entertainment discounts, and more. Hungry? No problem. Escape to the oasis of Swiftwater Lounge for drinks, food, and fun. We'll see you at Ho Chunk Gaming Nakusa, your place to play.
This is how legends are
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
You've got this. You didn't think your sister would take you up on the dog sitting offer, but here you are. Barriers? Purchased. Doggy distractions? No expense spared. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft grace zone. So when you have to make a purchase, or 7, to prepare, you can be sure we're looking out for you. So you can look out for him. You've got this with Associated Bank.
Hi, I'm Scott.
I'm Allie, and this is our family.
Are you sick of shopping for big-ticket items only to be told you need to order it out and not see it for 6 months? Or would you rather explore it in person before purchasing it? Stop in Shoulders RV Marine, where we have millions of dollars of campers, boats, power sports, and docks and lifts. If you're thinking of almost anything outdoors, sales, parts, rentals, or service,
we'd love you to think of us.
Shoulders RV Marine, across from Menards, Rhinelander.
The Great Northern Conference Championship Track and Field Meet concluded last week with many great performances, but the job isn't done just yet. Now these athletes are racing their way into championship season. Tomorrow is the D2 Regional Championship for many schools in our area. 28 athletes on the girls and boys side are selected by the coaches to compete in this meet. Some of the runners to look out for are Northland Pines reigning 1,600-meter state champion Nora Grimben, who'll make her run in the 16 and the 3,200 meters. Rhinelander's Aaliyah Bergman, the 300 hurdle conference champion, will be competing in the 300 hurdles, 100 hurdles, and triple jump. And finally, Lakeland Union's Owen Clark took home 3 conference golds in the 16, 32, and 800-meter runs and plans to run all 3 of those at regionals. Good luck to all of the athletes competing at Colby High School tomorrow. We are 4 days away from the Wisconsin Badger 100-day scavenger hunt. Wisconsin football's 100 days to kick off scavenger hunt consists of 100 mini Badger football helmets spread out across the 4 regions across the state. This year, the helmets can be found in Burlington, Madison, Mineral Point, Oshkosh, Sun Prairie, Verona, Waukesha, and Wausau. Each helmet will have a prize associated with it. Potential prizes include tickets to a UW home game, Badger gift, and a Quick Trip gift card, and many more. The hunt begins Thursday, May 25th. The Milwaukee Brewers have had a less than impressive month of May, to say the least, and their series against the Tampa Bay Rays is proving just that. The crew already lost the season after that last night's loss, 8-4, and now they're looking to just avoid a sweep. Let's see if they could do it or not. Here in the second, the Brewers started this game strong. Willie Adames sends this one opposite of field, and that one's a no-doubter as it goes over the wall for a solo shot, and the crew strike first. A few innings later, and the bats get rowdy. Rowdy Tellez, that is, as the big guy takes this one dead center for a 2-run homer, and it's 3-0 Milwaukee. 1 inning later, and it's tied now. Not for long, as Willie Contreras sends this one over the center field wall. And Milwaukee is going to go on to win this thing 6-4. And the Brewers add another roller coaster of a win to their month of May.
This game really almost
encourages you to live on a roller coaster and encourages ups and downs because you get results thrown at you every single day, and we love to be around people that don't get affected by it.
Brewers pitcher Freddie Peralta had a solid game except for the fourth inning, but Counsell is still pleased with how he saw from his starter.
I think Freddie probably wants one pitch back. They made him work in that inning pretty good. I think he threw 32 or 33 pitches that inning. He made a mistake with some guys on base, and they did a nice job with it. Other than that, I thought he pitched a wonderful game.
The Crew lost the series but avoided the sweep with the win. They'll look to avoid disaster when they host the defending World Series champs, Houston Astros, tomorrow in Game 1 of a 3-game series. More after the break.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, current Chevy owners get a $4,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Let's go.
Seatbelts?
Nah, don't worry about it.
All right. Those dudes are going nowhere fast.
Donald Driver.
Buckle up, fellas. If you don't, it can cost you money or worse.
Got that.
I told you.
You were right.
Click it or kick it. Together, we can save lives.
Get 11% off everything at Menards and start your next project today. Greenworks 40-volt tools are lightweight, start instantly, and require virtually no maintenance. Right now, pick up this Greenworks push lawnmower for just $299.99 after rebate. Keeping your pool clean is simple with help from Menards. This convenient maintenance kit makes it easy to enjoy clean pool water all summer long. Right now, only $19.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
There it is. That feeling you get when you can do more with less asthma. It starts with Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Can you picture it? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
At Trackside, you will have the freedom to unlock a whole new level of outdoor experiences. Over 30 ATV and UTVs in stock. Get yours today.
All right, team, temperatures out there right now. We're hanging out in the 50s and 60s. That's comfortable. A very nice day today, of course, with highs back up in the 70s. Even a couple low 80s across western Wisconsin today. Now, get used to this because tomorrow, same story. I know, Serenity, you love temperatures near 80. Mohammed, you as well. We'll have that tomorrow, also on Tuesday. Okay, so there are a few clouds out there now, holding temperatures up just a bit tonight. Like a blanket in the atmosphere. There might be a sprinkle north of the UP border. Most of us will stay dry. The bigger story, though, is the 7-day. Look at the temperatures. 75 tomorrow, very nice day. Near 80 on Tuesday. A cold front's going to come through Tuesday night. That gives us our best chance in a while of seeing a couple light rain showers. Other than that, cooler temperatures on Wednesday.
Love to see that. I love seeing that. That's
it feels like summer, right?
Yeah, it does. That's it for your local news. Have a great night.
In 1930, we began helping people in Milwaukee who were hurt and killed by the carelessness of others. For more than 90 years, the awards for our clients totals well into the billions of dollars, probably more than all the other personal injury firms in the state combined. When entering a negotiation, it helps to have that reputation on your side. We have the talent and resources to take on the big corporations for regular people all over Wisconsin.
Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Hang on tight, Wisconsin, because fun just got a lot faster. It's Fast Play from the Wisconsin Lottery, an all-new style of lotto games that combine instant wins with the progressive jackpot. Playing is easy at any lottery retailer. Just print, play, and know if you're a winner instantly. The progressive jackpot starts at $10,000 and grows with each ticket sold. The share of the jackpot increases with the price of the ticket. Fast Play is available now, only at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.